a shadow. Hello, are you there? Maybe we could work something out. We could just figure out where all of this comes from. Take me back to the time where every single minute counts, when all of this mattered. And then lay you up. All we gotta do is start again.
what's up everyone? I'm back. Whee! I'm joking. I've only got to come host the best EU tournament as always, which is SSL. I am here with M4. How you doing, bro? You right?
How you doing, buddy? You right?
I'm pumped today, man. I was catching up with the core, mate. Those guys are smashing it. Their stream looks so clean. That the event looks sick the other day on Monday night. We've got Group A and C, which we've got on our screen that way. And I was just having a little butcher's round, trying to catch up with people in the community, and it looks good at the moment. This is a proper tight. Now, if you guys are first into this, SSL is going over a number of weeks. It is like the best and the biggest EU tournament that is out there. So get on their Discord. I'll pump out a link on chat. First thing to remember though, the winner of every single round is going to be getting an extra little £10 winning. So even though we're playing for a big money competition at the moment, we've also got small prizes to be won during the competition. Every Monday and Wednesday at the moment is going to be, you're hosting some. I've got a few. We've got core guys hosting some. This is sick. So anyway, we've got quite a bit coming up on for you guys coming in for this. Main thing is we've got 4 maps, which is 2 Erangels and 2 Miramars, which is going to be good to see. I'm actually kind of pumped to see how Miramar has updated and is now working, because from what I can see when I was playing a little bit earlier is actually they are a lot more cleaner. The graphics on it just look so much better. So I'm really keen to see that one. But our first flight path coming in, we have a nice flight path for a first game. We've got a northeast down to a southwest, and there's going to be loads in for everyone to grab. Georgia Pool, Pachinki, School Flats. We've got that ATR. I'd love to see if anyone contends them. Quite shocked that VE have jumped a little bit early. They normally would have gone for the late, but I suppose their Milton power drop is a little bit out of where they would normally go. Again, I'm keen to see if there's any teams that decide to go to military base, because it's really hit and miss. It looks like we've got a big chunk of the pack which has jumped out early doors. Gone for Georgia Pool, plus we seem to have like a huge amount splitting off the flight path in the middle. If you had to call it, M4, what are we saying? Who do you think is going to take the first game?
You know, man, like, obviously, from where doing the other competitions and stuff like that, I know majority of these teams, they're gonna push each other to the max for sure. ATR had a good games last night, man, but I think the dark horses for me are Big One.
Big One.
You know, if they find the right weapons that they like, I know they're lasers. They'll just go for it. But yeah, obviously, yeah, Big One, and I've got to give it out to EXG as well. Absolute lasers.
EXG, always a good team. Always been in and around and doing decent. Looks like Nathan's under a bit of fire. Merc has just done Sly. So we are seeing the early fight kicking off in Georgia Pool here. Now, not saying because Merc's just got the first kill, I'm dubbing up VE. They've been one of my favorite teams for quite some time. I love the branding. They're currently trying to get a new logo from my boy Jay Cuzzy. So I'm just making sure it is on point. But yeah, VE for me, they're kind of my first guess. GT, obviously when I was hosting back in the day, they were insane. EXG for me, if they get out the blocks really quickly, so if these guys have a great first game, they're still dropping around this sort of farm end of S road compound, which is their normal. Obviously we haven't got GTS in here, so it looks like CE are taking Milta. My underdogs for me is going to be CE and the boys. Obviously I used to play with Weedix and Jazz.
We've got Merlin chasing Adepts here, knocking him.
He's gone. Merlin's got good.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, jeez. No, good host
Yeah.
as well. So some early one-man fights there.
Yeah.
But yeah, CE my underdogs for this one. I've not seen the Wildcats for a while. I've not seen WC for a while. Obviously, WCNA losing a player as well. That was over on Twitter the other day. That's a big loss for them. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this unfolds. First zone coming down for a sort of a southwest. Looks like it. I think a lot of these teams might be rotating in and around to kind of where Merlin is, and that field, which is just sort of on this sort of south side of the map towards the middle. Expect a good team to be going for that Pachinki hillside and potentially bumping out and trying to hold out teams that may or may not be pushing that way. CTK, great team. Captain, obviously a move across there. I love Captain. I want to see how CTK tighten up on this first rotation zone. But these kind of centralized teams are in a great spot. At the moment, definitely for me, it's TR to lose this game now. They're in the best spot. They've got if they're quick enough, they've got the quick choice of where they want to actually pick up and try and get locations. They might try and tie it up on Merlin and hope that it pulls down south. The other option is to go towards Boomer, but it's quite a hard compound to fight your way out of.
Definitely.
EXG looks like JB's on the move. GT on the move as well. They're going to be coming across the bridge. I expect GT to put up on that corner there at that petrol garage and just hold. Maybe even push across to the hillside and have a little look at Merlin.
Yeah, definitely. There's no harm in them just having a little look.
Now it looks like V on the move as well.
Yeah, it looks like Merlin's moving out of the compound as well. Could be meeting up with Boomer, but you got MV heading over that way where Boomer is as well.
It's quite. For me, it's a hard compound to hold. Like, you've got hills both sides.
Yeah.
I personally would either take the two blues or go to the top side of the hill or come to the hillside just out this compound. But yeah, Envy are having a little sniff here.
Looks like OMG might be jumping straight in as well.
Shots from Merlin, he took one as well.
Yep, OMG have dropped straight on Boomer and Merlin here.
This guy's going to have to hold his compound, and they've crashed it as well. Scarface, though, he's taking the big chunk going on the other side, though. Boomer's holding in the corner. Merlin's going to see what he can do, but if Merlin's not careful, he's going to watch his flank, because Warrior might come around on the other side. See if OMG can figure out if there's more than one person in his compound.
Reginald is coming in as well.
Warrior's gone for the high ground here.
Oh, Scarface dropping Boomer there.
Merlin's going to be careful. Merlin shouldn't be moving out from here. He's been caught. See if they get the shots on. Warrior missing the shots. Backing away. Comms on, there'd be two players now in the corner. Boomer hasn't been firsted. OMG now tightening the way up. Merlin's not been spotted on that move. He could completely wrap round here on Law. Peanut's gone in. Merlin's really questioning his movement here. Oh, it's cost him there. Should have gone across first time. Down to a 2-tap. Law's going to drop him, and he has. They are now on the back foot. Oh, getting tucked in again.
Yoda coming over a bit too late here.
Look at the first. Oh, he's not able to get the first in. Oh. Yoda's got to go now. Yoda's got to go play sneaky. They are, though. Good start, but just OMG taking full advantage of that. So we saw MV move into that compound. Merlin was at. GT's taking down that trench across there. I think GT are praying that it's going to come further down. BG pulling through to taking on this west side and taking down that tower. CTK have taken into chopsticks with VE taking out the top side. Well, CTK actually a 2-2 split. OMG taking over the compound with TR, forcing Yoda now to go as a one-man. He's got a lot of ground. He's got quite a few shacks he could hold up as a one-man. He kind of wants to try and hold out. And do you know what? He's in not a bad area to zone. Like, there isn't many teams in and around him that might try and contest.
He's quite central as well, so he doesn't really need to move much depending on where the next zone goes.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay there. I think he's going to be okay. ATR now coming over down by Potato Hill. CE, right? I used to play with Wheelix. I'll give you a bit of insight. And he used to have a go at me all the time. Like, I had to cry after every tournament because he'd always have a go at me because I was the last to move. But I'm really shocked to see CE, one of the teams late into this zone now. That's not how a Wheelix IGLs.
Yeah.
Wildcats now coming in, and TXE Toxic, that's right, and Georgia Paul. Every other team is in, give or take. VE are going around the long way. Gatka completely free. Big one might come into this compound by Merck and Say. They might also send it down to a CTK. CTK obviously have moved actually. They're now back as a 4-man, but doing a 2-2 split across the closer compounds. That big one is pushing this way. With the gunshots coming from VE, this might really force them to come into this compound. Hopefully they go up to the hillside. I was having a look through.
Yeah, it looks like they are.
And then just getting the first shots on. Good hits there. I want to be on the back of the buggy here. See if CTK can hit their shots. We've got one. On the back of the buggy is never going to help. Get it first, do it and quick. There he goes. Benham's finishing that one up. Needs to get back in that vehicle and move. ATR getting caught by WC here. JJ embraced at the bottom of the hill. Hazen and Holly's on the other side. I wonder if they know JJ embraced is sitting at the bottom of that hill. CE holding up Potato. late to the circle, so they've got to play the outside edge now. Envy lost one. They haven't. They're 3
Big
now.
one look like they're going to be coming close to Yoda here as well.
Stupid,
Just in the next compound next to him.
Got that buggy right outside him as well. That's gonna, if Big get wind of that buggy, I know he's got it just for safety reasons, but if Sly picks up there's a buggy there,
Yeah.
I think
Luckily
they're
for him,
focusing.
there is a like, you know, there is a quite a slope. So from the angle of where the buggy is, I don't think they'd be able to actually see it from the top of the hill.
I don't know, you know. I can have a look now. Needs to go up on that side. And I look. Boy, it's going to be close for Yoda. Hopefully he can stay out of this one. Not a bad spot where Big One are holding. Good area. Good to catch the cars on rotation. We see a lot of cars will rotate through this gap between CTK and Big One. Praying they don't see this vehicle. Close if they do.
I'm surprised CE haven't gone for this care pack as well, literally just down the hill from them.
So a little look, see what they're missing out on.
A-dub.
WM. Zone shift has gone north. I think that's going to be to the disappointment of a lot of teams here. I think a lot of teams, and I called it quite early on, I thought it was going to be around that sort of where Envy are, that field. We might have seen that land there. It's really not favoured Yoda. Yoda's first in the motor though, and he's away. I wonder how close he's going to go past Big One, and if he knows Big One are there. I'll bounce the CTK.
Sly's taking some shots at him. I think he might run straight into GT here.
They're all driving vehicles though. There's no double up, so they might have to do the old flip seats. There's a big shift here. CE coming down. Wheelix leading down for that compound. FSI holding out the 12s. Wildcats in that in-between gap. Don't think we're seeing them rotate around that way. VE tighten up. CTK mostly not going to move. GTR pushing for it. I'll be interested to see where GT land. Looks like they're pushing their way towards that compound, towards VE.
Wildcats and FSI are taking some long-range distant pop shots at each other.
It's quite a hard one. That top hill will get. It's got the better angles on them, but you get them knocked. The question is, are you going to get them?
Definitely.
GT swerving away. Might be pushing up towards the hill. No more guys coming down. Not. Oh, yo, just running straight into EXG here. Straight through. Oh, just getting him in time, but God stuck him in. Look. Big cat out. That Yoda trying to go through the middle of Pachinki in a buggy. I love it, bro. Decent. TR though, look, mate, let's have a chat about them. They had a great start with that knock on, or knock first with Merlin with Adapt. Getting caught out by OMG on the crash. Merlin obviously tied up as a 2. I think they could have played that a little bit better, a bit tighter. Merlin really second guessed about his movement as well. You kind of saw he was looking to go right again, but he's done it all double guess, and then we saw the guys having a shot over the barn and picking him up, picking down to the half, and then getting cleared off by Law. But you've got to be fully committed when there's a 2-on-3, 2-on-4 situation. You've got to really have your comms up and know what you want to do to finish off those the area. So a bit disappointing for me, but look, do you know what, Merlin, guy's shooting, and that's no disrespect to you, Merlin, watching, mate, because you are a good player. But last time I saw you, you weren't hitting shots like that, mate. So big shout out there, mate. GG's. Move into the top side of Pachinki now. A lot more teams settled. Not really much movement. A lot of long shots here. Big one's gone down. Long shot there. Smoke's coming out. Not
He does have the hill cover as well, so
Wildcats getting one on FSI as well. Oh, in the car, we might see a push down here. It's quick enough to warrant it. Easy could be coming down this other side. Surprisingly going a dip on our left-hand side. Gone straight for the compound. Nice aggressive play by Wildcats. There's a confirm. FSI backing away. Fully backed away. They're thinking about the long game. DJ might get caught. I think FSI are going to go down to a 2 here. DJ running straight across. Lucky man. Oh, that door saved him there. I don't think he's getting out. He didn't go back over the hillside. CJ has gone. I'm going to see a 4-on-1 here. Let's see what he can do. Where's going to come out the window? DJ's waving out. Balance is done toxic. Missed his shot. Missed his shot again. Oh!
No, no.
Double fluff. Eves has done balance. Want to get involved in the other fight. Okay, Toxic getting caught on the rotations there. DJ is hiding now. He really had an opportunity. I think that's going to be the end of him with that molly there.
Yeah.
BG, let's go. Kills and confirms. Toxic going to be able to manage to get the res on Swift there. CE now on the outside. CE in an awful spot. ATR going to be able to hold him out. They need to be able to get out of this area. At least on the other side, but they're going to try and sit in the bar. They're obviously none the wiser that they've got no team north of them, so they could be sitting on the other side. But CE in a tight situation. ATR could really control these out, but the ATR are very well spread. Good to see that Hayes is on this hill side, just south of their compound. That's kind of where we see a lot of teams will control it out. FSI though have backed off now, and TTK. Oh, never. Dirty Vector there, Dank. 1-on-1. End of
Jesus.
End of FSI. Dank with... I'm not even going to mention it. That's terrible, bro. It's like FAs here are also running into ATR, getting shot on the rotation. Ollie and JJ doing well here, holding this side out. Giving the opportunity for C now to rotate. They should go around towards water. There's better hills. OMG has done big one. Kill confirm, and then VE Mercs picked up the other. So that's the end of big one there between VE and Big. VE still holding the edge of the compound. Look at these teams here in the south, just trying to control everyone out. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, say 7 teams south side there, or give or take over. If you draw a line across that quarter, all these teams are going to have to push across. Want to see where this zone shifts. If it comes back in between those sort of 12 stacks and we see him in Batinki, it can be really good. If it goes out towards C, it's going to be awful. It has come back towards the 12 stack. It's better for cover for teams now. I think I'm a bit worried now. A lot of teams might just send it into Batinki and just pray there's a lot more cover there. I think you've got to be smart as a team, right? You've got to be able to play this area a lot better. There's a lot of open space. We're going to see the cars now being played more effectively. And also, we're going to see a lot of people potentially have to fight for this hill where OMG are holding up. Looks like VE are coming this way as well, but they're coming out early on the bike. So, really worried that Merc's off here. He's going to have to try and work his way up. Sitting in between OMG and GT is not the nicest sandwich. Looks like the rest of the VE boys are moving around. Bit worried on this rotation here. WC sitting in a great spot. I think
Merc's just pushed out just to kind of scour it out a bit, thinking that OMG have moved away already.
Oh, lucky there. Because Merc saw the car and he became a bit cautious. Then he saw the player on the top. VE are going to be fighting. For me, GT should really be coming out and closing this one. Scarface with a great rotation. He's wrapping away down to see. He's got the molly off. Actually hit Ollie with it. This is where GT needs to pull out and push out and try and wrap up this fight here. Take advantage of these two teams fighting. Boxing Ollie holding out. GT store not on the move. Saeed is further back though. Brace is done. Toxic. Just forward is confirmed there. Swift is the last guy left. CTK's pushing his way in. That's what I was talking about. This whole Pachinki, this hardcore Pachinki push. GT. This is the angle we're seeing with GT here. GT are really trapped. They've literally got a firing squad of GT. Just trying to destroy him at the moment.
Yeah. Feel V are in a very bad spot here now.
Yeah, I think this is where they need to cut out and go loose. They are.
Yeah.
Big risk.
Oh, Foxy
1,
being
2.
taken straight out, and Ollie.
Izza! 30 move SLR. Still SLR looking really powerful. Do you know what? I think V, that's the only thing they could do at that point. I'm surprised GT didn't come up the hill and try and take the fight on with OMG and V to take that positioning. But they held firm. They want to hold this hill.
Dank's gone down to play zone here.
Everyone's now trying to tighten up.
Sutty's in a bit of bother though. He has got VG right on him, yeah.
Come on, boys. Round 2, VE. Come on. 13th place for VE, my boys. VG though, great spot there. So VG are trying to hold this hill here, this northwest corner. GT are trying to do the southwest corner. OMG have to really stop GT with the push up. WC holding the compound, great for them. We've got a number of teams sitting in Pachinki, and hopefully during this conversation it's going to bounce away from Pachinki and we're going to see some crazy. Oh, he's got tighter in Pachinki. MVOK, EXG and Pachinki is mostly in the best spot. CTK are going to hold firm. FAs and Team 18 are going to have to push through on this. ATR, they've got this flat zone and they've got this hillside. Now, I think ATR are going to have to hold on, come in with the zone on this one. Wildcat, Toxic, CE. Pray to God they're going to have to try and do something special. They're all going to be fighting for this top side of a VGR, I think.
We've got the FA team and CTK literally in the houses right opposite each other. Looks like Grizz is pushing for it as well. Looked like he was, and he just ran back.
Off that one since he saw.
He saw it, went, nah, fuck that shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Swift has got sense there, so he's picking up a kill though. Because the one-man C, he's going to have to go for a longer rotation, but they are going to come straight in towards VG. Wildcats though, look at that effective use of the cars. They are holding out and they want to be able to hold out. This is where ATR are going to try and work their way in. GT and OMG, they are going at it. BG trying to get the scars and kills from behind. OMG just all sending it. It's going to be taking that tower. EXG surely going to get involved. It's not. Envy. Kill confirmed. Well, this is going to be horrible, this side of the Pachinki. Horrible. GT are now clear on that side. The problem with GT is they've got the hill. They're going to have to take that fight on with WC. WC don't want to move. I think that I'm really surprised that WC haven't been crashed. I thought maybe one of these north corner teams, these northwest teams, would have pushed in for that as an aggressive push.
I thought someone would have pushed for the warehouse, forcing Tickle to move into the houses.
Look at this though. ATR digging the back out of Wildcats. Wildcats and VG just shooting at CE, but they're so close. Surprising those guys are not at each other's throat. Cats is down. Wheelix here. Wheelix is down, looking at the wrong person. CE on the one man, he's been told to duck out. Shooting too low.
Oh.
Shooting the ground doesn't help. VG though, they held up. They got that position first. They will always have the advantage there. Plus that Wildcat and VG were just digging them as their rotation, but the boys are out.
Wildcat and VG going out now with each other.
MV and AXG also. Loads of smoke, loads of flashes. Big rotation. Missed the first couple of shots, tied him with the seconds. It costed him his life though. Edge on the other side, VG in a bad spot. Wildcats just literally surviving this based upon time, and it has come back down to WC. So WC still sitting in that prime position, and EXG are going to have to hold off 1, 2, 3, 4 teams pushing their way. That's going to be interesting trying to hold at the top of that hill, but they are in, so they just need to hold the line. Surely not. Everyone should have been crashing WC here. Did the rest of WC just tighten up the tickle, and hopefully it goes that way? Hayes with the knock, no mercy. ATR doing what they do best, and this is aggressive raid. Embrace, he's going for the middle. That's aggressive play. Wildcats out. ATR claiming. VG though, let's see if ATR. They don't know VG are there. Like, so it's going to be an interesting end zone for them if VG decide to be a pain. But we are seeing the FAs Take out CTK there. EXG, they're doing the right thing, coming out to the whole left there. There's one.
OMG coming out in 8th here. Technique's
Reese has
just
got
getting the
one
kill on
back.
them. Jesus Christ.
God could stick the res. I think Grizz can't stick the res. He's going to have to go.
Grizz needs to be
80.
careful. He's
Oh,
got
it's just
80
coming
right
up.
on
I
him.
didn't even clock that poly coming up and over and nicking that one. He's going to be aware there is a player around it. And there he's got another steal. I don't know if you saw the FA there. I don't know if you saw Grizz.
Yeah, I don't think he saw Grizz at all.
Envy though flipped around though, waiting. They're doing well. GT have crashed in here. Pickle is down. Went to go take one with as well. That was that moment that we should have, maybe WC should have tightened up in that barn.
Yeah.
I was saying that the barns are quite hard to hold though. They always have been. EG still holding up.
Yeah, it's a bit hard, especially for one player to try and hold down such a big compound on its own.
Yeah. Interesting though. Look at ATR. They've really aggressively pushed this sort of 2-2 push. I kind of think Embrace and Hayes don't believe anyone's behind. They've made the right play across the rock, so they're very focused. ATR doing it, literally fighting as a 2-2-man squads at the moment. They haven't seen Grizz either. Grizz is still crawling away.
Badger, VG Badger's still in this as well. He's just crawling up here.
If you have a look at the ATR, haven't spun around once yet. Well, on the map anyway, unless they've done a super spin. So VG getting a pass there. ATR, nice aggressive play for them. There we go. Grizz out. JJ's picked up. Nice shots on that. EXG though. Ours are free. They've lost one. Ollie and JJ, they are a confident duo. See if they can hold out on this side. They've got a 3 versus 2 and another 3 versus 2. So hopefully that fight will kick off and they can dig in. Oh, that's not what ATI needed though. That is the danger. Embrace is down here. Nath has done Kizza. Might give enough time for Hayes to get across. BG haven't even looked up and over the hill yet, so they're not going to be able to get the steal. Hayes is on the move. He's got smokes. The VEXG fight is now kicking off. AP wrapping down. Got one. Oh, he's down himself. They went for the first. Odds the last guy left.
Nath absolutely laser him with that Mini 14.
Looking to get a smoke out the window. Jump out. Odds trying to play the long game. Which can go for the res, they are. ATR going to be waiting for that. I think they're literally
Where's Hayes going? Hayes didn't see Badgers, but manages.
He turned on him though.
How?
Badger's disappointed with that. Yeah, I was going over it. It sounded like he cut off, but hey, we're top 5 though because Envy just dropped as well. So ATR still is a 4-man and really spread, taking a lot of capital. GT are really tight, sitting middle compound. WC is a 3. They're at the barn. WC at the compound is a 3. And EXG guards, he's fighting for his life, but it's gone to zone.
Dies to play zone there. Still, they'd happily take 4th spot.
Oh, look at this, WC flapping out here. ATR. From a team coming into these final circles, I would have said that these guys, they're running in the whole time. It's going to be quite hard for them. WC, I've been like, hey, these guys are literally on top. But they've just taken 3rd.
4v4 here.
Yeah, but 4 in a compound and 4 with space. And we're phase 7. We've got a few. GT, if keeping an eye on the kill feed. Oh no, they've got no one behind them now. This is all about angles now.
Hayes has dropped Townie.
Oh. Let's see if ATR decide to push in slightly. There's no need for them at all. They've got all the angles. This is the only one that's trying to make it happen at the moment. Oh, good heady there.
Oh,
They're in rags. These boys are in rags. This grenade could be good, you know. Forced them to move.
oh
Managed to get
just managed to get away from there.
Kids are just snap shooting out there was textbook. Like, if you are new to PUBG and PUBG comp, is it on console or on PC, you want to be taking notes from these guys. This is what you want to be seeing. Like, they're looking, they're snapping out, they're watching the bullets. See how he's lining his shot up at the moment. He's just working on that snap. He knows where the player's going to come out. He just needs to get ready. JJ just telegraphed exactly where it was. So JJ's not going to be able to move out there. We've got phase A. ATR technically have the better positioning. All the GT's work here. He's still 4-4.
It's how well ATR can stay composed there. Yes, they've got the better of the zone, but are they going to do the like mistake and just rush in there?
Got 35 seconds, and they've got to make sure they don't all rush out at the same time. I think they're trying to figure out where the players are at the moment. The advantage GT have is they are stacked up together, so they could do 4-on-1. Like, they could have caught JJ out, for example, and stopped him pushing over there.
Yeah.
Like, they can focus their attention on one, whereas ATR at the moment, they're holding what I'd call angles. So they're all holding, Embrace's holding the back right side, JJ's holding the back left side. We've got Polly and Hayes looking in the front. So there's advantages and disadvantages for both teams here. It's good to see, but what GT don't want is things like that. The only advantage GT have got now is they're able to get res on. Grenades are trying to come in.
Oh.
Not enough, but done some damage though. This is not what they wanted to see. They're gonna have to start fighting their way out here. Brace is holding this right angle. Kids are gonna have to try and pop out this way. Get the boost on. Smoke's coming out. And Brace is just firing through the smoke, so we can see through the smoke, guys and girls. So he's just trying to make sure it catches. Oh, I think he just missed the player. He didn't see him. Kids are though missing the opportunity to take down. Get some hits there on Brace. GT have got to do the work here. They've got to work their way through. This is where they're going to run out of smokes. All the smokes are out for the team. This is leading the way. Poddy is on Townie. Now 3-4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Poddy knows. Poddy's coming in for the Thirsty Thursday. They're going to try and tap the zone. Poddy knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. GG's.
GG, boys.
Wow.
It was a good game.
100%. 100%. That was good to see. Do you know what, right? I'm going to hold my hats up on things that I believe that ATR was not the strongest coming into those end zones. I would have put WC there. Anyway, ATR though, woof, GG's, first place, big kills. GT though getting caught out and obviously stuck in there. Guys were going to the zone. ATR said, hell no, I want the points. Let's have it. WC picking up third. EXG though, those underdogs you were talking about earlier, coming in at fourth. Decent team. Don't underestimate them. And Envy though, we didn't mention Envy at all. Coming in fifth.
No.
Let's have a quick look at the action replay team. This is leading the way. Poddy is on Townie. Now 3-4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Poddy knows. Poddy's coming in for the Thirsty Thursday. They're going to try and tap the zone. Poddy knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. Big shout outs there. This is leading the way. Poddy is on Townie. Would you
ATR definitely done the right thing there, just holding their nerve as well. Instead of just diving straight for that farm, they held out, they kept their angles, and just picked off GT one by one.
Yeah. Running out. That could be the end of Kizza.
Yeah.
It's that again as a 2-man. GT just needs to tap out for zone now. It's Poddy knows.
When to push and when not to push.
It's that whole it's that 4-man situation. Poddy knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. 4-man spread out. it looked like 4-man spread out work today. So
this is leading the way. Polly is on Downey.
It could have gone either way, but big guy is obviously doing well, and it's just it's good to see. Like, it's good to see. As I said before, these guys for me weren't the strongest coming into
going down here one at a
area.
time.
They had to work their way through work their way in. They had to clear the teams. They done that too.
Out. That could be the end of Kizza.
They then
again as a two-man.
Their teams
G
down. They
team just
held
needs to
their
tap out
really
for zone
well.
now.
And controlling
Polly
that
knows.
game,
Polly's coming in for the 31st day.
Right, let's go out for a quick break.
Polly knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go.
Mug anymore. So lobby 2 is up. Erangel is going to come up. We will catch you guys in a second.
This is leading the way. Polly is on Downey. Now 3 and 4. Leading the way. Polly is on Downey. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Polly knows. Polly's coming in for the 31st day. They're going to try and tap the zone. Polly knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. This is leading the way. Polly is on Downey. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Polly knows. Polly's coming in for the 31st day. They're going to try and tap the zone. Polly knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. This is leading the way. Polly is on Downey. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Polly knows. Polly's coming in for the 31st day. They're going to try and tap the zone. Polly knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. This is leading the way. Polly is on Downey. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Polly knows. Polly's coming in for the 31st day. They're going to try and tap the zone. Polly knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. This is leading the way. Polly is on Downey. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Polly knows. Polly's coming in for the 31st day. They're going to try and tap the zone. Polly knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. This is is leading the way. Poddy is on Townie. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Poddy knows. Poddy's coming in for the 31st day. They're going to try and tap the zone. Poddy knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. This is leading the way. Poddy is on Townie. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man. I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now. Poddy knows. Poddy's coming in for the 31st day. They're going to try and tap the zone. Poddy knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go. Team. This is leading the way. Poddy is on Townie. Now 3 and 4. Going down here one at a time. Smoke's running out. That could be the end of Kizza. Again, that's a 2-man.
So round 2
just needs to tap out the zone now.
Kick off. All teams in. Nice. Now
Poddy knows. Poddy's coming in for the 31st
recap on
day.
that game. Let's remember TR. Nice aggressive early
They're
play
going to
for
try and
them.
tap the zone. Poddy knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go.
Not though playing out for them in the long run because we had that situation when it came down to.
This is leading the way. Poddy is on Townie. Now
being crashed by OMG, but that whole south side of that field was just horrible to watch. It just dissected down. It just been crashing in. And it was just
down
like
here one at a time.
mental mistake after mental mistake. Is it teams warming up early? I'm not sure.
Playing out. That could be the end of Kizza.
Maybe we might see some more tighter gameplay.
Again, that's a 2-man.
Sure.
I think GT just needs to tap out for zone now.
To watch though, but I expect some teams like
Poddy
TR
knows. Poddy's coming in for the 31st day.
CE needs to be moving quick.
Poddy knows that. There's 1-2. Let's go.
Bad rotation there, not their fault, but tried to be sneaky by pushing up top of the hill. Didn't pay off before. Was a
leading the way.
there.
Poddy is on
BG
Townie.
missing those
Now
shots.
3 and 4.
Come on, lads. We are playing high level competition. You need to be stepping that up 100% more effective than what you are.
Going down here one at a time.
Right. Let's get into round number 2. Erangel again. And it looks like we've got playing flipping on the other side. So we've got a northeast down to a sort of a southwest maybe a little bit. Very, very much on that other side of that map. So Albert, I know V used to love it back in the day with the early drops. We might see some people go out early. Yaz, Shelter, Prison, WC, that's going to be that whole neck of the woods. So we're going to see that move. ATR will be going school flats. Interested if they get contended. Pachinki, maybe the two teams dropping down with Midi Base / Novo. I was about to say, if VE don't drop early, they're going to drop late and try and push for that.
VE, from what I've noticed, they always love to drop style bar. If they're right over it, they're going to drop there because they've noticed that not many other teams stop up that way. So it gives them that chance just to loot up, get what they need, and then move straight away.
The problem with that early drop, right? And don't get me wrong, it pays off for them. And listen, I always take the piss out of VE because I always said no one ever challenges them, no one ever drops them, right? So they get like a free pass every time, right? So they get away with it. But if this zone bounces really far away from style bar, it's gonna cause them some issues because they're gonna have to try and rotate their way out of this, and it could be going through half the lobby before getting to the location you are. But it's all dependent on this first zone and where it lands, if it pays off for them. Right, come on zone. We are seeing so Toxic taking Severny, place I used to go all the time. V with an all bit Yaz. Wildcats taking out Yaz now. Great. FA has gone for that mansion. WC going back for that old drop. EXG normal drop, CE normal drop, MV normal drop, VG taken out of it a chunk, TR going further, GT only on Mini Island, that's standard for them. CTK again flying high, long, OMG taking shots at them in the air, FSI, Waterworld, big one, Roz, and that has really favoured though. That zone has favoured the guys, the VE guys, and they have got away with it.
Yeah, they definitely just managed to get away from that. Lowen was in the buggy just trying to chase them down there, hoping that one of them would land just before the compound.
I thought they were waiting for the long shots coming in.
Yeah.
Waiting for their long shots to come in. Just having a look to see if that leaderboard has updated for me yet. No try as quick. I don't think it's that quick though.
No, it's not always the quickest. Luckily enough, though, V have got a good zone. I
Yeah.
notice what they do a lot when the zones like this. They'll drop down from Stalbart and they'll head down towards the compounds near Yasnaya on the right hand side, just in between Mansion.
Yep.
And they'll start to hold that up because they know 9 times out of 10 teams are going to start pushing up there, and that's when they start taking their pop shots at them, and 9 times out of 10 they do end up hitting them.
We've got Merc pushing that way already. Another really good thing about their drop, and if we break it down technically while waiting for these teams to rotate, they're dropping there because of the car spawns as well. Merc's going to cross far side. He's always got a car. Ollie's always got a hard spawn car as well. So they're going, that these individual players that are going out wide, it's not because they're just going ballsy and trying to play out hardcore. They know they're picking up cars. They know they're going to be able to rotate out there early. And what you see from these high-level players and teams is that they get a gun. They might not be fully stacked, but they get moving quickly. Let's have a look example of Merc. He's not too bad. Look, he's got M14 and Mini, level 2 lid. But look, he's rocking the 1 vest. He's only got a couple of meds on him. He clearly hit that compound, but he didn't rinse that whole compound. He got in his car and went, actually, guys, we need to get positioning. He's moved down. He's given VE a foothold now to come in from this north side and take up a compound. We'll see a couple more teams get caught out, I think, on rotation. The rotation through South Pachinki Hill over towards Potato. I'd expect a team to be holding up there. OMG might be that team that might just push in slightly. ATR should hold and then wait. The compounds between School Flats and Yaz, they're going to be a good one to hold. I think teams are going to be looking at this going. It's either going to come down south, so between sort of WC and our FA's team 18 there, so that this sort of area of field, or it's going to go to the other field, which is Yasna, and we might see people take the compounds in and around. So we're going to see teams having to make a decision, the IGOs having to make a decision on this and deciding what they want to play, and really committing their team to a movement in here. Obviously, VE are pushing for and hoping it's going to come for this north side. But let's see. We're seeing a lot more movement from teams now. Still a lot of teams, surprisingly, haven't moved yet.
I'm surprised the CE haven't moved yet. Yes, they are still in zone, but they're right on the edge.
Rotation for them, for me, should be towards middle power and up. And maybe come onto this sort of like the couple of compounds out by prison and play in from there, or even take the chunk off and take that trench in prison. That could put them in a good stand if the zone bounces that way. And be rotating through. And again, apologies for those that are experienced, but the new people, you tend to find if you want to look at how these teams rotate, look at the car rotations, come back and watch the video, watch how they rotate. It's always normally the same way. They avoid the compounds, they try and find the maximum route that they can get, the quickest to where they're going to without having going too close to compounds. Big one taking Callum taking a great compound there.
Toxic and Big One are going straight for this care pack.
Nade's going out. Oh, that nade's going to give it away. Big one going to fighting for a Croker. Oh, ballsy move by Toxic. Missing the shots though. Come on, boys. That flashed out. That nade's going to come in very rapid after. Go 1, 2, jeez, double grenade.
Quality.
That's aggressive play. If you boys are going to do that, you need to be hitting your shots.
Definitely.
Big one going to be getting a free pass on the 2 kills. We're in conjunction with a care pack. Thanks, boys.
ATR look like they're pulling up as well.
ATR gone over. They've heard the shots, mate. That compound that Callum was in was a better compound to have. HR to get involved in the shot there, but Body's not in the best spot. Brace is down.
Rappers dropping embrace.
Hayes is wrapping round. JJ is miles away still. He's gonna get out there.
I think Hayes is just gonna get out of there.
I think he might have passed this. Up behind there, I think he's good.
Oh, Nath, WC stealing the kill
Ew,
on Body.
mate. Hayes is going back towards JJ. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Toxic also haven't backed away that much. They've come back. I think they're sort of fighting kicking off.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to scope it out, have a look.
About to say, one of the CTK got one of the PR boys. They have. This is again these areas where teams come across. CTK pitched up, waiting for people to come over by Q. Fiji having to go further around. If Fiji are aware they've got a team rocking behind them, nothing saying that they can stop here. We might see them hold up. Be surprised. Yoda's coming over after. They've stopped. Got a player coming behind as well, Deebs. Yeah, a lot of teams on a rotation here. DT just getting over the other side. XG again. That Seed had that move around that north side there. They're actually going a bit further than I thought they would.
Yeah.
It's fighting outside the zone. Everyone wants the rotation kill. I've not played many Republics. I was just messing around with customs earlier, but just by the look of it, it still looks like there's no recoil while driving around. So, hence why everyone's just lasering each other while driving around.
Yeah.
I feel for TR here. These guys are taking the brunt of this rotation. Merlin have had to go even further around. Yoda was taking shots from VG, where they lost a player in rotation by CTK just stopping and pulling up. But I think about how they come in. The only saving grace is they might be able to see a drop coming in. That is it.
CTK might be able to catch VG out here because they're so fixed on TR.
Yeah, just going to take them to put up. What actually they're going to get? Let's be nosy. AWM. CTK have come across. There's a big flat zone here, then there's a hill that erupts all the way down. Be interested if Fiji come towards them more. They'll see him. If they stand the path they won't miss him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, see, they're not going to catch him. Interesting. TR haven't committed to go across by Ros and Waterworld, which I think is the right play anyway. I know we see there's no one there, but the logic would have been that actually potentially someone is holding up that way. Tickle has just dropped.
Tickle's dropped Kolev.
Oh, it's come down south. These guys are going to have to make the move again. BG have picked up the A-dub.
Potentially we can have a Yaz field finish here.
Oh, ATR are winners from the last round, picking up their £10. And now down to a one-man. JJ is running. He just duck into this corner compound. If he duck into flats and break him before it comes back. Good news is he's got all his tyres, so he just hide the car. Pray that no one picks up. Oh, smoke though. Okay, CTK, TR, they've got to come in. VG are now pushing away. FSI in a great spot for teams rotating past. They could be catching these days. Won't be able to see their vehicles until last minute.
I think DK from FSI has heard the VG boys.
Yeah, DK just let one go by.
Oh, he's dropped Major Girth.
Oh, he missed his car, and I've been watching him. Trying to get smoke on him quick. Car is rolling back. Bibot with a tactical move. He's making the play for it. He's gone for it. Ghost has done Jad. Lies done Say. Oh, and he's stuck it as well. Got teamwork there from BG. BG are having none of this here. Got a player down below him. Got a kill. I'll confirm. Oh, missed their shot though. He's got the player. DG though. Oh, we're on the defense now. Full offense here. Underneath the Thieves. Oh, that cost him though. He went for the first. DG able to tuck him in, unable to not allowing FSR to get the first takeaway. Got another one down to a one-on-one, I believe. One-on-one. Major is out on the open though. Oh, and he won his ones. Let's go, champ. No vest, living the dream, winning your ones with an AWM on your back. Let's go. Guys, have a quick catch up here. So CTK taking the small flats, TR on the outside, but so they're on defense at the moment. JJ also on defense with ATR taking up the school. Big one moves across from the compound, so they're coming a little bit further south. VE looks like they're pushing towards that way anyway. They've got their hill on the bunker there. GT with a slight split. OMG with the smaller compound. Slider's done knife. That's the second time that he's gone down here. Wildcats in the field on the blues. Looks like CE are in the smaller compound, taking hits from the heaven from our FA team. Envy on the split with a 2-2 with Shelter and the Freeze. EXG playing south side as well by Shelter. They've got the nice road. No one else can be able to come in from them. They've got a lot of movement as well. A lot of area they can move depending on the zone. Zone is favouring down towards the south-southwest. So you guys could be rotating down.
Yazfield.
Oh my days. What a shift we've got, people. Wow. Wow, big shift, mate. I was looking at that zone thinking, surely not potato. But it's favouring potatoes. You see that? It's like favouring that bottom side. Oh, mate. Oh.
It was.
BE, good push for them. They're in a great spot now. GT putting themselves in a good location. OMG going to hold. CTK and Big One should hold as well. Obviously, Toxic won't move. Wildcats won't move. WC are going to have to hold out. FAs, CE, MV, EXG, TR all need to do the grind now to try and get in. TR could play on the random and push their way across the small flats. I think that's the way to go in.
Thing is though, if I was Big One, I'd push back over to the original compound just that they was at.
Still could come this south side though.
The thing is though, they'd have more of a advantage point to actually look out and scope. Where they are just at the moment, they can't actually see the east or west side of the map because of the hill.
Like the FAs are fully committed here. Losing one though, Grizzlies there. Trying to fight here. That's enough one. Full spin rounds. 360 spin, no scope.
Yeah.
Missing these shots. Oh, I didn't got those one. Unlucky Grizz, mate.
Close.
Love it, mate. Love it.
So close.
TR unfortunately picking the wrong way and picking where everybody else is. The XG on the big rotation run, so they're going to be pushing more towards MV. MV taking up a great location. They're going to try and hold out here. TR have got no option to push through here. Yoda's taking the hit. He's actually got a run over as well. Decent Yoda. MV won't be happy with that. They're down to a 3-man.
That's an instant rage whenever you get run over in PUBG and
mate.
done. Just to pick up the console and launch out the window.
Really absolutely whiffing the shots there. I'm surprised TR didn't put up on that. Yoda has. Has to take some meds. Envy though got the height on the boys, so they're gonna be able to dig out DE a little bit. TR in a good spot. Much better spot than CE. He's going to hold this angle. I don't know why he's going inside. He needs to hold the angle. He knows no one's coming behind him. Yoda's going to chuck nades towards him. He has. I think Yoda's going to win this one. Oh, he's got out in time. Merlin's done him. Yoda's down to a 1 though.
Merlin saved him there for sure.
Yeah. He's just trying to get in the car. Widdix was going to shoot Merlin. He caught in the corner of his eye. Yoda coming out. He turned to his player and sending him out in 4th. And there we are. We are seeing it come down on the field heavy now.
So we got Ghost just starting to check it out. He heard the gunfight, but yeah, just I think they're just going to keep an eye on that corner now there.
JJ's actually made his way out to the corner flat, jumped over on the roof. He knows no one's
EXG are
coming.
right on JJ here.
Yeah, now he's there as well.
Oh.
Cool.
JJ dropping Philip.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck there. I don't think no matter what he could do, he wasn't getting the angle. Trying to figure out where the other player's gone. He knows the car stopped. Still doing damage here. He's got
there.
1 minute 55. He needs to shift. And for the car, it's gonna hurt. He needs to get out of the zone quick. It's gonna work, mate. Especially if EXG decides to stop. He's ahead of it. Gonna have to push here. We're gonna see everyone rolling into this corner compound here. CT taking over some of the VE boys location. They pull back. OMG goes straight in the middle of CTK in the buggy as well. Again, a massive sod that. CTK making their own cover. VE dropped OMG. Looks like EXG though getting some damage here on Big One, rolling up behind him. Wipes though with a Groza. Needs to get involved in this fight. He's got the big boy gun as well. Come on, mate, put your big boy pants on. Let's get involved. Oh, they got a couple of shots and sudden off. JJ coming in from behind. JJ might even pick up this kill if we look on the wider cam. JJ's coming in behind. Others is gonna have to try and do this. VG taking on OMG just getting caught out here. Trying to use as much angle as he can. EXG on the rotation. This is the end of him. See you later.
No,
EXG
that's
wiping out
unlucky
big one.
wipes.
CTK though, hearing the gunfire come up and over. EXG dropping. These guys are just a force, mate.
Especially when they get going.
Yeah. Guys, traits and shut that. There he's going over now. It's the flashbang over. We've got the res on. Look at this one. They've wrapped out behind this car, balancing. They're still looking for the guy. Surprising. Oh, he's just in a player. Big B just stepped out behind the car. I was like, hello. Traits not gonna hold on. Again, these TTK just running in, thinking they know all the information here. Run straight into traits. Molly's coming out. This could be dangerous for traits. Oh, they've actually mollied their own boy. Oh, that's close. Here goes another one, JB. TTK down to the one man now. He thought about running. And that is always going to end one way. GG's EXG. OMG taking some heavy fire though from GT.
Envy are coming up on EXG now as well.
Envy have to come this way. They've got no other option now. They've got no other option. Couple of catch up as well. We lost ATR though. Winners from last time. They've gone out early doors. These guys, EXG are sitting still, so they're going to hear them first. That smoke's going to give away guard slightly. Envy needs to be aggressive now.
VE are in such a good position here as well.
Yeah, it is. I was about to question it, but it is. But they've got to be careful with their cars. I've not looked at them yet, but they've got to be careful with their cars. EXG backing away. Let's go look at VE. And they've got to watch each other's back. They've done what I thought they need to do. They've put the cars in a position that gives them some cover because there are multiple teams coming up and over. It's going to cause some issues. Plus those cars, people forget they come trying to run in through there. Oh, JB just rocking up there with Bibok. If cars come flying through here, they're going to smash into that car and force them to stop.
Yeah.
They are just well playing this evening. Burners down. Boomer's about to go. One shot. I would have got zone, mate, to be fair.
Boomer is one-ers here. No mercy taking them out.
You know what? Wildcats in a good spot as well.
Yeah, they are.
They've got the hill bumps and hills they can play.
Thing is, though, it's when they come to take over, like it for them though, when they do eventually get over that hill, are Toxic going to be able to pull off their shots?
Toxic. So if I was sitting in Wildcat's position, and I'm by no means an expert, people, so don't comment too much on stream, all right? But if the zone, we're expecting the zone to shift away from Toxic, team number 10 we're looking at, right? Wildcats, though, they could get in front of them before they could even get out, causing them to be closed out between them and VG. The outside run is VG. Which way did VG go? They've got a hillside they can play as they work their way up. They've got a few bumps. But, again, like them, they've got a point of no return where they might have EXG on their case, 4 teams on the other side. There you go, there's teams come sending in their vehicles. Molly's down. Loading car. Good Molly there. Started there picking up Tickle. Tickle should be able to get a med on. GT now. This is what downside with VE are. They're too spread. Got multiple teams now pushing.
Yeah.
Where's Merc? That is last guy left. There we go. This is where we want to see Wildcats pushing in before Toxic. Wildcats not taking hits with WC. Wildcats actually not committing towards Toxic. They're playing for this fight here with WC. Grace has dropped MV. Quite a long shot there. That is trying to make this happen here.
I don't know how he managed to survive that.
So saving Grace at the moment. Wildcats are going to get involved. Wildcats for me should have cut across a little bit and played a little bit more of this area here to try and control out the teams behind them. Look at this big rat by them.
Sawtooth has done a hard flank. Coming right behind WC here.
If it's a 1-on-4, he needs to chuck that Molly in. He's got Molly on him. Come on, get the Molly in. You know someone's in there, bro. Get the Molly in. Now get that Molly. Come on, think about it. There we go. Good lad. Good lad. Too
I
short,
hit him
though.
as well.
Is it? Nah, he hit him with the
No,
thing.
just
Molly's too
short,
mate.
just short.
Underarm, he will take.
I thought he'd hit him then.
Wildcats, though. Nice aggressive
They
play
are
for them.
pushing hard.
There's one. Oh, there's too many for me to turn. Oh, he didn't know which way to look. The Wildcats expert pushing here. They've got 2 down, though. WC on the back foot goes to Nate. Oh, that's a Nate now. 2-on-1. He's back to a 1-on-1. Getting too much heat from behind. It's going to allow WC to be able to res. PT surely coming up over here. Townie's doing dangerous bits though and sending him out. Hey, WC, I think WC could have won that fight, you know.
Yeah.
He's trying to close the stop there. Oh. 1, 2. And mess this up.
GT they do deserve to win a game, man.
Look at that. Just powerhouse here. Okay, GT, team number 9, still as a 4-man. VG is a 2. We also have EXG as a 2. These guys having to fight their way out, and we missed a little bit of action there. We're using Toxic out into this sort of area. JB, though, you going for a drop, bro? He's got himself a little cheeky drop. He's left the MK. He's on the 5s, that's why. Everyone thinks he's absolutely crazy, but don't shift in. Not a lot of people in. Not a lot of cover. I'm worried that EXG are coming up to this north side here. So there's a higher ground and they're going to get picked up. Trade's picking up the MK though. I think JB and Trade's going to be really dangerous here.
Definitely difficult.
Hard to play. Like I think the guys need to come in and just play like this angle here on the left. I know it's a little bit
VG are quite lucky. They've got the haystacks.
GT have got the easy passing. It's their game to lose, right? Look at the cover GT have got. I think this is all about who's going to fight first. If VG lay low long enough and get in zone, they're going to be okay.
Yeah, definitely. Traits did pick up that MK as well.
Yeah, no, it's another dangerous one. Traits is in.
EXG on 10 kills.
Oh, mate, EXG are deserving this one. I'm sorry. GT, I know you fought hard, but
GTR. Looking like they're pushing them as well.
They are. They're trying to close them out. Like, that's smoke getting quite close down. Big one. They're going to close out, mate. They know they've got... Doesn't matter what they've... They know they've got the numbers.
Let's see if this nades anywhere near. Oh, how did that not knock him?
How did it not delete the hay bell?
That was literally smack bang on him.
They're really trying to wrap away. VG go for the pass.
Oh, I think GT though, they're just... Looks like they're solely concentrating on JB and completely forgetting that there is another 2 players out there.
Being wrapped on here. Oh, he went to go for the drop. Destroyer finished now. EXG taking 3rd. VG get a pass, mate. These guys do not want him to win.
Townie's dropped him. Major Girth, last man standing.
That is done, mate. Still out. Game over.
That's it. GT finally getting the win there.
Jeez. Oof. That gave me shivers, mate. That was aggressive. Very, very aggressive for a 15 kill. But
definitely was.
that was that's borderline bullying, boy. Sorry. Bullied your way into that win there. Okay, cool. So yeah, GT, you called it, mate. GT done well, deserved that one. VG though, scraping our way through to 2nd. Not a huge amount of kills there, but managing to play quieter in the end of the zone. EXG though getting caught out. I think that smoke gave away traits, and that's where sort of GT just homed in and bullied out EXG, but taking 5th with an insane amount of kills as well. GG's. Wildcats though getting closed out at the end there, but nice aggressive play on WC, but the aggression was really good to watch. Just something tells me, like, I don't want to like big up Nave too much because I used to get a big head. Whether he still does, I don't know. But anyway, I love Nave. But I think Nave could have won that fight personally. So those guys taking out a decent amount, but good to see back and forth, and WC obviously picking up before then. Let's have a quick look at the action.
Looks like they're solely concentrating on JB and completely forgetting that there is another 2 players out there.
Being wrapped on here. Oh, he went to go for the drop. Destroyer finished now. EXG taking 3rd. VG get a pass, mate. These guys do not want him to win.
Townie's dropped him. Major Girth, last man standing.
That is done, mate. Still out. Game over.
That's it. They're just... Looks like they're solely concentrating on JB and completely forgetting that there is another 2 players out there.
Being wrapped on here. Immense game. What's your thoughts on that one?
Oh, yeah, no. I was saying, man, GT, you know, they're very quiet to start off with in that game. But then as the zone got obviously like smaller, that's when they started picking their shots, picking their fights perfectly, knowing when to push, when not to push. And then the last 2 teams, they just went out super aggressive, just chasing everything down.
Yeah, it was a good play by them. Let's be
no,
honest.
It definitely was.
Even, let's say, like, even from a GT point of view, let's make the assumption they didn't know it was a two-mans, right? They played really aggressive at the end anyway. They found that smoke. They all 4 of them pushed one way and went, "Hey, that guys, we're going for this. We're going to take these players out, and then we're going to wrap around." And then just watch them. They went all the way around the blue, worked their way back in on the remaining players. Lucky enough, it was 2-2. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt that they knew it was a two-man team or two-man teams. VG though, different approach. I feel like it might have been slightly different if we would have seen them take on VG first, who being a bit more passive there. Then I would have seen potentially EXG with a more aggressive push over there, and I think EXG would have got in where what we saw is we saw a 4 versus 2 finish, a 4 versus 2.
I think if VG had started taking shots at GT when GT were busy fighting EXG, I think it would have been a completely different fight. It's just they just sat back, they allowed GT to just overrun EXG, and then obviously they end up getting overrun themselves. But if they'd started shooting them as well, with like EXG shooting them, it could have been a completely different game.
100%. So it's good to see. My leaderboard has now updated scores and the doors, and with ATR obviously not including this game, but ATR taking up first place at the moment, 26 points. GT though in second with 13. That's why I think this aggressive play was. They knew they were coming to this with second place, and they just wanted to close out and win. Only 7 kills, but that high kill game is going to be really pushing them up into first place for this day too. BG though, they were passive, but they're in third. Another second place, couple of kills. It's all adding up, right? WC went out in 5th, but they're sitting in 4th here. OMG in 5th, MV, EXG, then CTK. Quite surprised there is a low amount of kills here, but look, ATR sucked up most of the kills game 1. BT's going to be sucking up a lot of the kills in game 2. Like, we're going to see a lot of low kill teams here coming in towards the sort of final, the first sets of final rounds here. So coming into Miramar. Right, let's have a quick break. I will catch you guys in a second. Let's get some tunes and we're going to kick off and start round number 3. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.
Sometimes I think about myself. I wish I was somewhere else, far from my fear, anxiety, far from my weakness. I could be gone, but I'm just afraid. I refuse to fix the problem, and I think I can carry on. You can lie, you can try, but you'd like to leave this feeling. We've got to breathe, to dig, to leave the life we are dreaming. It could go wrong, but I'm just a nest. You must be.
Yo, okay, cool. We've got Miramar coming up now. Interesting. I love a bit of Miramar for me personally. It's a good map from a host point of view because the rotations are insane. And I've just been looking at the map, and the rendering of the map is a lot better than when I last left it. 100%. It is super clean. And I really like this sort of like I really like this like greenery effect going down this side here. I think that's a nice little touch. Let's see how it plays out though, because players hate it. So first of the two for Miramar, we've got a west across to an east. It's quite high. So El Pozo, nice landing point. Obviously, the North compounds, Crater Fields, and all the compounds and towns above are really good to hit as well. Monty was always busy in the corner. We normally see one or two teams go there. I always love the power grid, the Z split from power grid going down. Ricardo is going to be in, normally get a ballsy team going there, if not to the compounds in and around. Chum is a bit of a long drop. I don't expect anyone to go to Chum. Los Leones, again, the same. Minus is going to be for VE, Hacienda, water treatment, north side for Envy and around that sort of area. If they still drop there, looks like Knox are already out. Junkyard, El Hazard, all good. And Impala should potentially have a wrap-up team there at the end as well. Saying that, though, we have a lot of teams out early. A lot of teams contending here.
Two? Yeah, two, three. Yeah, two teams holding El Pozo, MV and CE.
El Pozo, though, you
WC.
could get away with that, though, right? El Pozo is big enough that you could hide, duck out. There's enough hard spawns. But TR, Toxic, and FSI going for Monty. Monty, maybe one team, two teams that are a nice day. But three teams, and a lot of the teams are committing over the top of it as well. So are they going to turn around and come back? Are we going to see a lot of people trying to get these cars on this sort of south side road? This is not going to be nice for the guys coming down. Everybody is stacking up on this side here.
What I know, TR, what they usually do when it comes to Miramar, they do like to go down south. Obviously, with the flight path that we just had, it's not really viable. So, as I was saying, right next to FSI and Toxic, just like they're just going to go to the smaller compounds and work it out.
They're going to have to. FSI though, this is an error on the side of the AGL here. They are split as a 4-man. At least TR and Toxic, they're together, right? FSI, they're all over the place.
Yeah, Natty has picked up a vehicle though, so I think she's probably going to be picking them all up. Probably heading down to Valdemar, or probably push into the zone and try and find somewhere to loot up.
Merden should be getting ready here in this car rotation. We should be expecting that rotation out. They've actually gone the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, EXG push velocity zones. VE went for minus. GTOLL Bandito in and around. OMG, they've put their big boy pads on today and took or Picardo. Wildcats taking out power grid and the compounds around. That's one of my personal favorites. Big one on the north side of that. ATR, massive split from them taking pretty much everything in centralized zone.
ATR did manage to take out Major Girth as well early.
Yeah, VG. So he's trying to get to the carbon taken out. D and MV are holding out. A town needs to rotate. WC jumped early, went north, all clear for them, and expect them to rotate around north side as well. Zone placement, not the best. It's hard on the call. Does it come down towards VE and push around that sort of side? Does it go up more north and have that water treatment bit? I think we're going to see a lot of teams coming on the west side and try and hold that road or that hillside, north side of that road coming from El Pozo to Hacienda.
I think Natty and FSI are heading towards Chumacera.
Oh, Chum, mate. Chum's might used to be my drop zone.
Oh yeah, that's where I drop every time. I go to the two nearest apartment buildings, loot up there, and then I push straight out.
To like FSI needs to just take a minute and go, right, let's get some loot. We've got a bit of time. Let's just compose ourselves a little bit and let's move in. Let's think about how we do it. It looks like at the moment we've got two driving around with no loot. We've got two running around picking up scraps. They even got a car. They have got a car not too far, so they need to push for that car. They can still get back from this. SSI just needs to have a quick breather, get a bit of loot, work their way in.
I think another place as well, which is so undervalued on this map, is the Water Town.
Yeah.
It's so many buildings there. You can get so much loot. But it's a bit of a shitter though when it comes to vehicles and.
I think you've only got one hard spawn there, right? Unless they've changed it. But also Prison Island used to have a lot as well.
Yeah, Prison Island used to have 3 or 4 vehicles spawns on there, and now I think there's only 1 or 2 if you're lucky.
Yeah. Big one trying to take MV out here. Bad shots there. Should have hit them. To be turning around, he's got another vehicle running right behind him. Oh, come on, he should be hitting him. He's got the tyre at least. Got Traves. Finally getting some hits in. Daps needs to shoot back here. Should be shooting back. Come on. You could have stopped that. There's only one player shooting you out, and not the best shots, if I'm honest with you. Perhaps I'm able to get the smoke on. I don't know if they're waiting for the rest of the Envy boys to come up, but Adapts is still running.
It looks like Envy have gone the other way.
I think they're trying to survive. I think they've written off Adapts here. But he's throwing some smoke, and then he's like... They're playing like Sly.
You got Sly and Wipers pushing as well.
Oh, come on, Adapts, mate. Be shot. You should be lasering that. Viper's going to be going up. Adapts is going to be hearing him. He ain't going to know exactly where he is. Vipers needs to reload. Yeah, for not reloading.
Oh,
Adapts
definitely.
GG's. Still confirmed. Slides down as well. Boys, Envies have dropped on the other side, so Adapts able to get away with this. Envy boys are teaming up now. Cotton and Techniques now pushing. Be a good nade.
Oh, that's too far.
Got some damage on him. Bit of splash. He's shot in the back now. Daps should be clearing this up. Hit your shots, Daps. There we go. Where's the last big one? Oh, Callum's further up.
Callum, nowhere near.
I'll get involved in the fight, but he just needs to, he's so far away. He just needs to back away from this.
Yeah. I thought big one were going to have this as well.
Yeah, it's not good. You see, double drop, mate. This is with the MK.
FA team look like they're interested in it as well.
Yeah, it's a double, and it's close as well. Bet GT to be pushing this. Org and MK right next to each other. That is GT all over.
Definitely.
Callum's got to back away from this. Teams now rotating in. Does that confirm? Envy turning a bad situation into a good situation, finally. I've just noticed a lot more pages in SSL that I should be watching. Guys, I am terrible with Discord. I'm sorry. All my channels are muted for PUBG at the moment. Just send me DMs, people. I'll get them. They come up on my screen. Right, so we've got the FAs. They're wrapping round here. GT picking up both here. EXG taking out Dank for CTK with a confirm. Okay, it's still not fixed the problem when you bounce across the map and you go underneath. Something's never changed with PUBG. Sorry, people, PUBG. If you're ever watching this stream, you need to fix the game and stop getting signed helmets. Just fix the game. Fix the cheating that is operating in game. Toxic. Envy just picking up these rotation kills. Toxic go down, Swift's in a bad spot. There's another 2 for Envy. This is a game changing for them.
Once again, though, Toxic down to 2, man.
Yeah. This is... I don't know Toxic. They're a new name to me.
Yeah, I've not really heard of them.
Just an experience thing. You go through it as a new team. Like, obviously, when I started showing my age and my grey hairs, I wasn't ranked, right? So we just played Publics, and you go from Publics, and there was a big gap between Publics and Comp, right? So
yeah, you
then jumped to Comp, and you just got utterly rinsed the whole time. Now, I believe the ranking system, ranked as a whole, Wildcats with a tumble. I believe ranked as a whole has ruined the esports community for PUBG. Some people blame me as well. I will take that. Got a comments here at YouTube. Looks like Wildcats actually DC'd. Now, the moment you brought ranked in, there was no reason for people to go from publics to go play competitive, because in their eyes, competitive is ranked. So we have like a massive community of people that are just playing ranked because they believe it's the competitive side of PUBG. Actually, no, guys, there is a huge Discord community, EU community, NA community, EMEA, and then obviously out for the Far East is huge for playing. So just get involved, find your local Discords, bounce me a message. I'll send you a link to SSL. Like, get your team involved. Like, you've got to move on from ranked. There's a lot more competition, a lot higher grade players that you're seeing. You'll be watching them a lot now. And these are some of the best players in the EU at the moment.
There's loads of different leagues as well for different skill sets as well. So, you know, if you don't think you're like the best at this game, there is lower end leagues that you know, are looking for fresh new teams. There's plenty.
There is loads in here.
Yeah.
OMG though, taking their spin in front of VE. VE not moving. They still haven't moved. I don't think it's going to be a mistake. I think the praying's going to come back. ATR are doing well. They're pushing out slightly and tightened up on Hacienda. VE also tightened up there. WC now coming in. GT now playing in. But I think these guys know they've got to play off that hillside anyway. OMGY decided to sod it if no one else is going to do it. And I send out myself and sorting out his motor. Yeah, here goes GT. They've opted to have a quick look. Now they're pushing over. FA is going to come in from behind. ETA, ER, EXT, and FSI will come in from the south side. NV. No more reputation kills for them at the moment, but nice clean way in for them.
VE taking some pop shots at CTK here as well.
God, they're in the buggies as well.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than being on the back of a
Oh,
buggy.
ATR and Toxic look like they're going to get into it here.
Here, 2 on 2. And he's going to go on ATR for me.
Do ATR know that Toxic?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
AJ
Yeah.
really light up the shots. Drop, nade, TV sticks it in the window. Clean. Again.
Beautiful.
Textbook pubbers, mate. Knocks it down to a 1. Not even wasting a full meg here. This guy knows he's going to win this fight. No reason for them to go in there. It's quite hard to push in to the compound. You know they're going to be backed up in the corner.
I think if they were to chuck a molly though from the window just where the stairs are, you should be able to get him right, catch him out there.
It's just that he's just backed into a corner. You know he's going to be backed in there. And there's
Mhm.
only a couple of places he's going to be. Where he is now, or sitting in that back room watching the stairs as well.
Looks like they're pushing him as well.
They're going to stack up. Oh, I thought he was going to tuck in both then.
Oh.
That's why you stack
That
up.
was
Have faith in your boys,
close.
and if you stack up, you go together. Ride or
Nice.
die. GG's JJ saving the boy, but the Polly going down, that's nothing bad against Polly. That's what you do. You stack up and go. The only thing you could have done was chuck a molly down the stairs if you had it.
Mhm. CE and WC trying to team up on GT here.
Why is Merlin out? It's Todd. GTX
No
being
idea.
Merlin. We've got Yoda and Boom a bit further up.
Oh, Billick took out Red, didn't he?
On the rotation.
So I think they were doing a 2-2.
That needs to work his way out of here.
Yeah, Boomer and Yoda need to try and meet up with him.
CEO in a great spot. Compound's good. They've also got the push up to the hill, which is even better. Is kind of looking where I'm now.
Callum's taking some shots at IW here. He does drop easy.
Backing away from it as well. Let's get the head on. Ooh. Envy with
Even
a nade.
Envy are starting to take some shots at him. See what this nade does. Ah, too high.
Too much. Polly will go in though. Sure.
And Boomer's dropped cat.
That's how it's Todd though. I think Capture is the KFC. No, it's back. So Wildcats don't need to move. Callum needs to make it all happen here. Envy's now coming in. They know that Wildcats are there, but it looks like they're challenging for that as well. ACR pushing up from Aston. They're taking the higher ground compound. Really good compound to be having. Not playing center zone. They're pushing out. WC being gifted here with a drop. The question is, can they get to it? It's a Groza. GT compound on the hillside, taking hits and shots backwards and forwards from the FA's Team 18 and Team 9. FSI have snuck all the way around. Think about where FSI started in that sort of south-southwest corner. Going around to the south, now in the northeast corner. So big rotations for them. CE got to be holding that compound. Wilix is like he's pushing up for the top of the hillside. They've really got to control that. Looks like CE have picked up FSI trying to rotate in. EXG now look like they're going to be pushing in. The only place they're going to crash is going to be VG. Are they going to crash in?
Cotton's dropped easy. That's his second knock.
Yeah, pushing in for it.
MVR pushing here.
Going to allow Callum a bit of a pass. Polly's done techniques. He's been quite from behind. Might change the play from MV.
Things like Envy have put themselves in a bit of a bad position here, though.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't need that knock. That knock's really going to change how they play now. And they're rolling straight into Callum. The end of Envy. Oh, drop shot. He picked him up though. Or he's tacked him in from behind. They didn't need to lose that player. Get back to this EXG. EXG have crashed into VG. Looks like they actually backed out of the compounds. The EXG taking one. Oh. Big hits there. Mini 14 showing its speed still with the trigger. Got the res. He's managing to stack up on the compound. Got a building.
Frank's just managed to get out of the way of that molly.
Mate, he utter insane with that fives. Surprised Deeves didn't jump up and over, really. Oh, down, but boys got involved quick. Oh, Big Box coming in the other side. VE is tapping out there. Look at VE, he's got involved as well. He's down. VE rescue pushing in. Big Box is now high. If he was aiming there,
what a nade!
If he was aiming there and didn't come off because of the nade and goes to the over the shots, he could have got away with that, you know, and taken him out.
Yeah.
He didn't have no idea he was on that side. TTK is pushing there. They just, these guys are filthy, mate. They are grinding their way in. Wildcats now taking this shot here between OMG, who are out, and ATR on the other side. ATR, I think, got the better position, the high ground, but Wildcats going to take the middle. It's just a slaughterhouse here. Okay, just goes kill.
ATR need to be careful though. They're kind of leaving themselves a bit exposed just from behind, especially JJ.
Yeah, WC doesn't need to move either, do they?
If WC see them.
Let's bring this vehicle.
Do that as well.
DE, top side of GT. Got to think about the zone now, guys, because you've got this movement coming out from here. Kids with an MK as well. That's not what you want to be rolling down to. But CE, you know they're going to lose the zone potentially. This open field here, GT, WC, and VE, I think are going to be the only guys that might be holding compounds. It could do a huge shift here. Could. But
yeah,
if it does, I think VE and these south sides are going to lose it. But it's PUBG, right? It could go either way. GTK now knocking OMG. There's that shift. That's what we talked about. So yeah, VE losing the compound, going across the sort of GT, WC. Both these guys not going to move. It's actually done not too bad for CE. OMG down, out. CR again just holding their ground. CR, big kudos, guys. You guys haven't had an inch at all this evening, really.
Race now coming in. JJ's dropped you. Boomer.
I'm surprised no one's checking to see where CTK, where ATR are.
All that gun going through the wall there is going to really give away the player. Molly. Wow, I'm surprised Yoda put his back to that window. TR out.
Oh.
TR out in 8th though, I'll give them that. But come on, they've not had a break at all this evening, have they? They have been grinding the whole time.
They've just been unlucky every time.
Unlucky, or is it PUBG?
PUBG life.
I think this could be the end of ATR here. You said it earlier. They've left it a bit late. VE, they're not going to let them out.
CTK as well, they're leaving it late. Same VE as well.
I'm surprised VE have all stacked up for this side for CTK. I thought they might have been watching ATR still. Those their cars missed. What a nade there from Ollie. Race needs to get on the 1s and 2s, as I say. VE are his only problem. Here come the shots.
Catalysts have actually taken up quite a smart, a very smart kind of hill here, which has got the slope on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they've luckily managed to actually safeguard all their vehicles as well. So when it does come to them pushing out, they've actually got a chance to move.
Normally they're going to get another zone out of this as well. If
Hopefully.
It does pull heavy back this way. That then means they can focus their attention. Now they're doing a split at the moment. I actually think they need to have Weedix holding the compound and a 3 trying to take out the FA team to 18. BE are going to be trying to get their way in, and WC might have to try and work their way in, of which they've got the highest ground here, so they should be able to pick up some free kills. Wait for the knocks to come in. I don't really want to see CE doing any work, and things like Weedix moving up to the compound here is not going to be the best play for him because in case he gets knocked. We know GT are not going to come out, but it's about getting the kills and steals. He's got no lid. He's got no lid. This is no lid, mate. There we go. Oh,
What a legend.
just out. Just out. Don't forget, GT know they're here. All about timing now. For me, CE. Okay, now I could be wrong. I'm no PUBG expert. No god. But I think CE needs to be last to move. Last to move here. And not get knocked like that.
God.
That's going to make him panic. They're going to get scatty. They're on the short side of the zone. They need to be last in.
We did call it though. Wheelix shouldn't have pushed down there.
And look at this. Look at this now. CE gets scatty. They're now pushing in. They're on the short side of the zone. They could have easily stood there and waited till the last minute to get in their cars. But yet they've put themselves in the middle of multiple teams now. And guess what? All the attention is going to be laser in them.
Yep. Kolev dropping Jads there.
They're in
Destroyer
between.
stealing a kill.
They're in between everything. This is such a bad move from CE. I understand the logic of where they're going, but let all the other teams do the work. Let all the other teams get the shots. You pick up the steals and then move in. If you don't want to push that compound, that's okay. Push where you're going now, but do it really late.
Embrace finding an angle on Hemp there as well.
Look at this. Ollie's world is getting very small very quickly at the moment. Gotta move. Goes Ollie. Gotta both move. Ollie's wrapping around in the smoke.
Oh,
Good
what
play
a
from them.
shot.
You know what? Good use of smoke there. Real good use of smoke
Yeah.
there. I think he's going to get stuck now trying to move in. But yeah, ATR unfortunately going out there. Again, playing really well at the moment this evening.
Don't think he's got time to put this Oh, just. He just needs to run for that. Oh, ghost. Ah, that's unlucky.
Obviously trying to work their way in. ET. Now this is me. This is when CE should have gone for that play there.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been rolling into a destroyed FA team 18, getting hammered by GT. GT would have had to keep an eye on them as well. So I won't say it's going to be absolutely perfect, but at least they will be rolling into teams where they fought their way down here and was getting tanked out by Team 18.
I think they just chose the wrong time to push for sure. Oh, just shot in between the two of them there by Kizar.
Players, I think, has already heard the players coming up on his right hand side. Did have a look over there. Coast is just sucking up all the bullets at the moment.
Yeah, player knows they're there.
Yeah, he heard me. I think he switched over. He heard me. They came into sound. Is now they
He's
know
got that
he's
nade
there.
as well.
Gonna come back to the forwards. I think he's more stuck on that nade. Yeah, he's taking a bit of hit. That nade's gone too far. It's gonna be the end of him. It's gonna be another good nade from them. Oh, he did that back wall. It's now up to these two guys at the front to take their heat from GT. Look at that, and as well, Kiss is able to move his way up because CE are bumped away.
Gives him a completely different angle. Oh, Temp though, finding him.
He's dead.
Oh, it's not what GT wanted for sure.
No, it's not going to help because WC are going to take full advantage of this. All tickles down.
Oh,
And the whole night,
Townie.
Townie with the org though getting involved. WC now pushing out. Then Nathan Ghost opting not to go in and taking the little tip that they've got. Causing a problem though. Kiss is up though. Destroyer pushing out. He unable to get the confirm and actually using the time to now push in. Actually, Temp's now gone down.
Oh, he actually managed to get the res on Kizar?
Yeah.
No way.
He down to a one man.
I thought Kizar was done there.
Pick up another kill there. 3 kills for them. Quite hard to call zone placement. GT surely all day is going to be a call here.
Nath, last man standing for WC.
Yes.
They're only on 2 kills as well this game.
Yeah, it's not going to be the best. He's 2 kills. Placement points. All he can hope for is the rest of the fight to pick off between the other teams, and he might be able to pick up a few kills and get a higher placement. See what to do with VG.
Yeah. It's quite a weird game. Obviously, GT in the last game had, what, 16 kills? And in this game, they've only got 4.
But do you know what? That's better for the table because look at the table. These teams are so, like, limited on kills because GT and ATR just hoovered up kills on game 1 and 2. We've seen a much more spread of... We've seen MV destroying kids. We go C and 4th with Molly.
What a molly.
Like Envy were just destroying kids on the rotation, which we see a lot on. We see a lot when it comes down to Miramar.
Destroyer knows where Kolev and Colonel are.
Gonna pick him off one at a time. Nave's on the move here. Players picked him up.
Oh, Colonel's gone down as well.
Nave's picked him up.
Grizz is the last man standing. Destroyer stealing the kill.
Oh my god. Player just popped him one side and instantly swapped to the other side going, I know where you're going to go, mate. And he just pre-fired it. Nath rolled into a face of bullets. We're now seeing Grizz, last man standing. 3 kills. Let's go, champ. Come on. Level 3 vested. He's tanked. Come on, sit still. I want the flash. I want the flash. There we go. Oh, unlucky. Good play by GT, though. Ripping it.
GG, boys.
Yeah, 100%. You know, that was a good play. And look, Grizz though, he was doing all right, mate. Doing bits there at the end. GT, their game to lose, they had the gift of the compound. Done well. Not many kills, as you mentioned, at the end there, and we can see it clearly. Look at the spread. ATR, look at that kill ratio. They came in 6 and they rinsed out on kills. Envy also rinsed out on kills also, but GT taking first place. The FA team taking up second. WC though doing well, but getting caught on that 2-2 split by a number of teams, but mainly GT. And they're trying to make it happen at the end, but picking up third. CE, major mistakes with only 3 kills. Moved too early, boys. Then you panicked when Wheelix went down. VE though taking up 5th. VE, I thought these guys would be doing higher up the table today. Good amount of kills though. Not a bad split. Game number 1. Let's have a quick look at the action. Right, let's get this 4th and final round underway. Thoughts, feedback, last round? You there, M4?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm here. Just reading the message.
Game day 2. Get the leaderboard up as well. It was a good game. Yeah, bless him. That's all I'm gonna say. Bless him. It was hard. That was a hard grind for them. Like, no ifs, buts, and maybes on that one. They were in a lot of problems the whole time. FSI, early doors, they had all those problems as well. Don't forget, FSI struggled for a bit. Well, both those teams coming in for the same compound, really struggling to get their way into zone and having to fight. ATR getting caught out at the end. Did ATR leave it a bit too long? Maybe. Could they have moved in a bit closer or sooner, pushed into the zone after getting those kills? They cleared out TR though, and they was it 12? It was 14 kills. I think ATR rocked in that game alone. So again, like just as good as the main teams, if not better. Here comes everyone. CE moving too early for me. They shouldn't have bumped off that hillside. Weedick shouldn't have got close to that. Get close to that compound but get close to that compound without a lid as well. Come on, like the only thing you can pop up and over is your head. So he got tucked in pretty quickly. The rest of the boys should have just sat tight and played well after that, but they just pushed in. They pushed into all the teams. Look, I haven't been around comp team for a while, okay, but what I do know is that if you're the first to push into zone on those type of zones, all you're going to have is teams just lasering you all day long. And it isn't going to end well. So, hey ho. Anyway, let's wait for these last couple of people to roll in. Let's get a quick advert break up and a couple of tunes on, and I will see you guys in a second. Okay, right. Fourth and final round for this evening for our week 1 SSL Group A versus Group C. Oof, crazy. First question I'm gonna have on a 3 out of 10 for is: will GT win? Or will ATR win this one?
Oh,
Because
I
both
have
teams are
no
gonna want it.
idea.
Both teams want it. ATR
Both
game 1,
teams want it, yeah.
GT game 2, GT game 3. Is that a roll for GT, or are we gonna get ATR go? No, this is ours. 2-2. Let's get this week done.
You know, are we gonna get another team just go all out this game as well? You know, as I was saying, like EXG in that second game was brilliant. Didn't really have a good third game, but yeah, no, just I still think anyone could win it. You know.
Let's have a look. Plane paths coming in. Southwest are cast to an east or northeast. No, it's a lot in. It's getting a little bit on the south side, but we've got that Valdemar, the Prisoner we spoke about earlier. We've got the Monty, El Pozos that are out. The crater field is the high water treatments are all out. But you're gonna have the Hacienda, San Martin, Power Grid, Graveyard, minus Los Leones heavy in. You can lose 2-3 teams. Los Leones, CE going for that prison. They're going for that heavy drop early doors. Look like CE really favoured this map as well today. They really favoured the slower pace of Miramar. Is that a common trait we're seeing with CE now? I'm not sure. It looks like they're undecided which side of what they're going to land on, but they're trying to sort it out. Toxic taking Monty. TR are uncontended. They look happy. Chum being taken by ATR. WC going south of that. TTK taking the compound in and around. OMG pushing towards Picardo. Wildcats taking up Power Grid. Big one going for San Martin. DE normal drop though for them. GT same. EXG the only team in Los Leones. I am surprised. MV and our FAs are taking Impala. BG pushing north side of minus and FSI out super late. The only contention we've got is Impala at the moment, and it is a horrible town to fight in.
Oh God.
Horrible town. Dennis has picked up the car, so it looks like Envy's trying to push away. Not able to get out quick enough to get the shots on him, so Envy might have got away with
Raves definitely needs to move away.
Yeah.
Rest of his team have moved off.
The zone shift as well. Talking about, hey guys, last and final game, have this zone, bam. Yeah, well away from the flight path. Heavy northwest zone placement. Big one sitting centralized, and they were longest in the air to be able to get to San Martin. Wildcats could pick up a lot of kills in rotation, so could CTK actually. Depends on how CTK play. Toxic also falling that group and holding up that crossroads. We might see them try and hold up. Smart teams like CETR wouldn't expect them guys to be pushing out towards Monty, but taking across for that west road. Again, Toxic could sit here and go, actually, hold on guys, no one's going to come up to Monty, right? But on the fight path, I think we'll see some teams rotate on that wide side. Toxic could go put themselves in a great position on that west side by El Pozo, because cars are going to come steamrolling up there to try and get north side of this map.
Yeah, it's interesting to see as well the fact we've only got 5 teams that are currently in zones. We've got 11 teams that need to get in there, and the only places I see that are free is the complete north side of the zone. It's going to be tight.
But you need to think this. If you're sitting there as an IGL before, you're going, right, hey guys, come on, let's put ourselves in a position where we can catch these cars. It's the same on this right-hand side. VG could be putting themselves on that crossroad, or put themselves sneaky up by water treatment, that north side and that other T junction at the very, very end there, because teams are going to whip round that side.
I think Big One as well are in a very good position here.
I think Big One have actually got the biggest decision to make. And that's not me playing any puns on their names, but you're sitting centralized zone, right, in San Martin, but everything around you is hill-based, okay? So, do you come off San Martin and go to the hill? Option 1, on the south side. Do you stay in San Martin and hopefully the zone comes down to San Martin and try and control off an area? Because you can't, 4-man can't hold the whole of San Martin. You've got to pick a section of it, right?
No, of course not.
Or the other option is you go north side of it, take the compound up on the hill where the crash plane, and then hopefully plays north and you get another centralized zone out of this one. We do see it end up there, the north side of that, in between the sort of roads and the compounds up on that north.
think it's actually a harder decision for Big One, despite them sitting central zone from a viewership point of view. Okay, I actually think they've got the bigger decision to make now.
It's funny to see as well, Major Girth and Bradders, two different teams have just pulled into L as a ha on the opposite end. So it'd be interesting to see if they actually come into close quarters, because none of their teammates are anywhere near them.
1-on-1, mate. Let's get in the boxing ring. Let's go. Ricardo boxing ring. 1-on-1.
They're just slowly getting close to each other as well.
CTK early rotation. They're going straight across the field towards El Pozo. Missed trick there from Toxic. Trying to pick up these cars. Wildcats also moving to more of a centralized area. Taking the hillside up on that crossroad though. WC have nicked cars from CE. CE know there's a 2-2 split. Willix knows if CE chase down the 2-man, all 4 of them commit. While we're waiting for this to unfold, let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. It has been refreshed. The GTR in first place with 57 points. ATR sitting in second though. So
Yoda's
as we said
been
before.
opt by Digital.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually Cal catching the rotation.
Toxic did do what they said as well. They were going to put themselves in a better position.
Oh, picking these up. There's that run over as well. Don't forget about the other cars coming. So yeah, ATR in second place with 43 points. VG though, third. They are not the best game when it comes to kills. Look at that. GT and ATR both sitting on 31 points. 31 kills. With VG sitting on third place with 17. Huge point difference there. EXG in fourth. WC in fifth. Both on 24 points. But EXG got more kills. And that was that last Miramar game for them. Wildcats though in 6th, VE in 7th. I would have put V a lot higher here. MV in 8th, and the points and kills are dropping off rapidly. Game 1 and Game 2, these two teams
Burke needs to be careful here. He's hunting down badges here, but yeah, his team's nowhere near him.
Got cars rotating around the south sides. But I think if Toxic didn't move, they moved up and they stayed around that sort of compound, they'll be picking up more cars that are coming up. People always leave it late. And this, that's that West Road. Look, we've got 2 teams rolling up this West Road. Huge tricks. Looks like VE and VG are going at it here. Looking for compounds to hide him.
FSI are leaving it quite late to get into the zone as well.
Yep. GT, same. The XG though holding up on that hillside. This is where I thought Toxic might have held up there, or may have held up where we're sort of seeing CE now. But looks like WC have actually turned around and they are now coming behind CE. Got more teams in rotation. Loads of teams having a fight against each other. Wildcats taking the shots on ATR.
Big one and OMG coming into close contact here. Loan going down to Callum. I think, oh yeah, OMG are just going to keep pushing on. OMG not really having good games tonight either. They played really well on Monday, but it's just not worked out for them tonight so far.
Yeah. It's been some hard rotations for them. They've been caught out a few times. CTK, Ben Ems has done slider. Long shots for them. Your Discord message as well. Looks like CER taking up the other two of WC now coming on the other side. CTK getting another knock on Toxic there.
Mm. Right, let's just have a look here. Oh, Jesus. Right, so let's have a look here, see what's going on. Wildcats and Big One taking some pop shots at each other long distance. WC Ghost and Mac are still trying to get into the zone here. Very central zone. VE are caught in between VG and MV here. FSI just rotating in as well as our GT and the FA team. EXG need to push in as do TR and Catalyst Esports. Still mostly long pop shot in here. No close quarters as of yet. Ooh. So Toxic are just trying to take some shots on EXG here. Oh, FA team being caught out between FSI and GT here.
Going to be the end of them, surely.
Oh.
How are they going to get up the hill?
Yeah, Destroyer has just pulled up on a bike just ahead of him, and yeah, gets Kolev and Colonel.
Absolutely tucked in there. FSI though are creeping around north side.
Yeah, it does give FSI though the chance to rotate around.
Let's recap on the two major teams here though. GT and ATR. Don't take away from any other teams though. Don't bully me on Discord, people. The guys that are chasing the lead at the moment. GT playing a completely aggressive game, chasing around kills, hunting people down. At the moment, ATR sitting centralized zone, waiting for end zone placement.
Traits knocking Ben M's here. Yeah, I think EXG tonight they've been a bit stop-start tonight. They are a very good team.
Lucky there from Wildcats. Oh yeah, I've always liked ESG. I think the guys are funny, mate. They always take the piss out of me as well, mainly in banter in Discord. But Trait's great at hosting events and organising events. You don't want to take that away from him. So he knows the community really well. He knows the game really well.
Oh, looks like CTK are running straight into WC here as well.
Nath though. Nath is just sneaky up here behind Captain. How did he get his way up?
Trying so hard as well. You've seen him.
Always going to
go down there.
Only headshot for him.
Yeah, Nath ain't gonna miss that.
Be careful, EXG don't pick him up. Oh my god, what a zone shift. Oh my days.
I was expecting it to pull away from San Martin.
Oh my god, that is horrible. Let's recap back to the beginning, right? We had Big One in San Martin. They actually did take the high ground there on that sort of northwest side. They're sitting good. They didn't push away from it. They're great. VE on another great spot for them. Yeah. Downside I've got with VE's location is that they're stuck in the compound. So if teams wrap up on the hillside and they don't win the battle, it's very hard to get out of there, okay? VG, I think, are in the strongest position out of everybody at the moment, and they are going to have to defend that hillside. And I think we're going to see some teams really pushing in. There we see CTK going out first in 16th place, ATI Embrace clearing it up.
I don't know what Yeezy's doing here. He's gone right in between ATR and Big One here.
And that is pretty much flat ground. Any further he goes is all flat. He goes up higher than that.
Holly's heard the vehicle as well.
Scarface nicked the drop. He hasn't got. No, it's an AWM. He left it. OMG just going to send it to San Martin, I think. Oh no, they've gone to the corner compound. Early push for them. WC wrapping north side. Toxic Gas and San Martin followed in by CE. MV not in a bad spot. Looks like GT playing this sort of big hill across water treatment. They're going to tear apart the FA team with no disrespect to them guys or their abilities, but GT can pop up at any point of this hillside, at any angle, at any time, and they can disappear and be uncontended by any other team. They should be able to tear this team apart. Smokes out, push over. The lad's not even looking this way. GTO is going to roll up on him.
Be interesting. Yeah, I don't think the FA team even knows that they're there.
Look at that. They are just not contended at all. Popping their heads up. Oh my god, my PUBG actually just crashed. Is that a thing now? I've got the Series X as well. I've got the brand new Xbox.
Well, looks like EXG and IW going at it here. Polly, third party in it. Oh, IW out. EXG and ATR going at it though with each other now. Oh, he's just chucked a nade at him. Underarmed it and everything.
Wow.
He crashed at the worst time.
Don't say that. I just put the leaderboard. That was terrible as well, mate. Like, do you know what's really frustrating? I've got the new Xbox as well, like, which hasn't been turned on for months. I turned it on once, and the first time I'm hosting it crashes again. Like, this is what I said earlier. PUBG, fix your game. Stop making helmets and sending them out to competitions.
JJ's not JB here. Guards is down. Traits is the last man standing for his team. But you got Big One. Callum looks like he's taking some pop shots at him as well.
Come on, EXG. Let's go, lads. Back in. Where's EXG? There we go. I'm over. Let's go, Traits.
Traits is the last man standing.
Network lag detected. Come on.
Callum hasn't seen him though. Oh, it's next zone.
Tell me what's happened. It's
VG and WC
loading.
going at it now. Oh, Tickle nearly getting away with a drop shot there.
Is this normal network lag?
Oh, WC out. What's it just left you on a black screen?
I'm on a network lag detector screen.
So yeah, you basically need to dashboard again, and then yeah, it will be all right after that.
Oh my PUBG, fix the game. Stop making pajamas.
We got FSI and OMG coming into a battle here. Oh, TR and ATR also going at it. Merlin, last man standing for his team.
Let's go, Merlin.
Callum's dropped Polly with the Mini 14. Oh, unlucky Merlin there. Big one do need to push out. Traits managed to survive this as well. Still, yeah, GT did overrun the FA compound there.
Getting back in.
Wheelix has dropped Shabba.
XD Trait sneaking in behind CE at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're oblivious to him being there as well.
Surely they should see him. They're going down for their cars.
Oh, don't know what happened with Big One there.
Getting controlled out and zone leaving it too late. Well, that's what I saw when I popped in. So I've lost WC. Okay, VG on the hillside. They're in a stronger position. Well, they were because they had that stretch from their compound to the hill. ATR clearly have taken the hill. ATR needs to take VG before pushing in, but that whole north corner of that zone is out. VE have been blessed with the zone pushing in. Surely these teams are going to have to crash them.
Yeah, GT are in a good position here as well as our VE. And then the rest of it is just open ground.
ATR have actually crashed in for the fight. They're going for the win here. I think they're going to figure out now they're taking on two teams here. Interesting play for them. And they're out. CE actually pushed across. So actually where I thought they were going to go, they've actually pushed over for the area. CE now taking out the hillside. CE have got to hold this, so it means they've got to clear it.
Stuck here now.
Yeah, CE though, they're doing the right thing. They've got to hold this hill, which means they've got to go through OMG and FSI. FSI could get away with it though, because it depends how much OMG want to fight CE.
That Molly was just short.
Right, VG went for the crash on VG. VG went for the crash on VE. Got controlled out. MV needs to push through their play out. GT holding well. They've obviously cleared the compound. Really aggressive play for him. Up close and personal.
Oh, that's FSI out in 6th spot. Still, they'll get some placement points there. Yeah, no, VE doing really well holding off that compound from VG for sure.
It's such a hard compound to get out of if the zone shifts away, but VE been blessed that they...
Yeah, Wheelix is...
on the compound. No one knows he's there. Missed one of the players moving out. Oh, he's gone for the drop shot. He's got two.
Oh, he's dropped both of them.
Oh, he nearly done it.
Oh, that was so unlucky. I thought he had them there.
He's got those 2 kills. He's got those 2 kills. Easy dubs there.
Oh,
Down to our top
Scarface
5.
might be able to get in here. I'm not sure though. No, he's not.
No, he's not going to get that.
That's going to chunk.
OMG sitting on the outside. MV on the south. VE in the compound. GT trying to find a new home. Wait for the zone to move in. It has shifted away.
That's such a pain when you're right on the edge as well.
Unlucky, mate. Kudos there at Wheelix. Not one of these ones at the end, though. Could have been a 3-on-1.
So MV...
Did well.
MV, GT, VE, and OMG still standing here. Yeah, I've been really impressed with Destroyer tonight.
He's been hit hard.
He has. He's on 4 kills already for this one game.
He's going to get in the 5th, maybe. Flash over. GT versus MV here. Oh, down to a 1.
Drop down. Drop down. Merc has dropped Cotton here.
OMG there, might be able to get a free pass away. V and not looking out. Boy, Ollie's the only guy actually just trying to hold off. There was fighting that side, so V shouldn't really come off this.
Yeah, I don't think Hacker wants to be taking any shots and giving away his position, especially when he's trying to get into the zone.
Yeah, but the question is he's going to get a free vest. Kids.
Go on, do it, mate. You need it. You saw that drop. Come on. Curiosity killed the cat. Come on. Fucking close for it. Do it. I believe in you.
Oh, Techniques has dropped Destroyer here.
Gave him the commentator's curse. That's why, mate.
Does manage to... Oh, that's Destroyer out. Player out as well. What's going on with GT here?
This
is...
Tony last up here and really split.
Oh, God.
When they say no Townies in the compound, by the body movement, looks like they don't. BE are coming out to clear OMG, and there they go, taking 4th place. OMG does not get the break today. I have no idea Townie's in the compound.
That's very smart from Townie to not shoot.
He's not in zone, that's why. He needs to figure out what he's going to do here. Going to try and control this corner out, make sure no one comes that way.
I think he's just going to wait for V and Envy to start fighting each other and then just try and catch him off guard here.
In zone where he is. Now he's lost it. But everyone in front of him has. So VE sitting in the corner are going to be able to hold. Kizza is also going to be able to hold in his compound. So there's 3 players in the game that are going to be able to hold zone out. Foxy and Merc for me should hold where they are and come in on zone and try and control out this Envy push. Envy have only got a couple of options. That's either to go up the hill and round towards VE or come down to this south side and wrap around to the east, trying to use the hillside.
Yeah, looks like Townie's just waiting. Wait. Don't do it. I know he really wants to just start shooting, but he's better off waiting for the whole Envy team to just push ahead of him.
Oh, he come off that shot. Got 1, 2.
Oh.
Fucked in. Mate,
Oh my
point,
God,
not
Townie,
missing.
you fucking savage.
That is dirty. GG's. Now a 4-on-2. VE gonna know it. They're gonna be split. I think we're gonna see him push. Merc's just seen his boy. VE not aggressive. He used to be really aggressive back in the day. 1-on-1.
Oh, Townie.
Tucked him in, mate. 3-on-2. Trying to bully Kizza at the moment. Kizza just needs to stay alive now.
Townie's got a good position as well because it just sloped down.
In kills for GT. Tony needs to take the pressure off Kizza. So he needs to get over and get some shots on. Got level 1 there, level 1 lids. He's got an absolute tank too. Just needs to take the pressure off the lads. He's got no lid now either. BE are just lining up the shots now. Loving the SLR camo there.
Has managed to find this slope here as well.
But he's pushing through the middle, phase 7, going to be against that 8.
Yeah, where Townie is, he doesn't really have the angle to see any of them.
No. Dangerous he can pop up. They've only got one place to go, and that's through the middle. Townie needs to come up here. Kizza needs to get eyes on there, pushing through the middle. Townie's got to take some of this heat away.
Yeah.
Molly's out. Molly. That is causing a problem there.
Oh, it's taking the haystack out.
Oh, bad comms here. Townie doesn't know where they are. Good technical battle here. Look at that. Townie's no vest, no lid. GT got the better area, I think, to move down. Sutty's down to a 1. Foxy could run through the middle here and not be spotted. 3-on-2. Very technical end game here. Very technical. We really need this win. He on 6 kills. Foxy sitting middle ground, so Foxy can bump up on his guys and move forward without being seen. Ollie and Sutty got the harder work to do. Oh, he's going to be unlucky. He had a grenade in his hand. And he's down.
Sutty and Ollie remaining for VE here.
2-on-1, they're going to be smart. He's just going to want to put it to a 1-on-1.
I think he's trying to go for the.
He's going for the
Trying to go for the res.
He is. As he's got it. Oh, GG's, good closeout. That could have gone either way, you know.
Definitely.
That could have really gone either way.
That
But
was so close.
VE picking up. What a technical ending to our final game with VE picking up 8 kills. Not a huge amount. GT, 4, 5, 10 kills there. So not as many as GT. Real technical ending there. That could have gone backwards. Lucky on the res. That could have gone either way, and we could have got ourselves down to a 1-on-1. But VE taking first place, holding that compound out for quite some time, and holding off the push from teams like VG and obviously teams coming up and over. GT taking second, the Storming. They really wanted the win on that one. It would have been a 3-game win for GT there. Envy, good to see these guys getting high up the table, taking third place. OMG, not had the best of days, picking up in 4th place. And CE, oh my God, boys, finally on the left-hand side of the table. Well done, lads. Leave it to the last game. You guys definitely prefer a Miramar map. Let's have a quick look at the action replay. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. GG's, good host, man. Really enjoyed the game.
Definitely.
It was good, really good.
All good games, man. All good games.
Any highlights? Favorite bits this evening?
Oh. I think in that last game, I think Townie taking out Envy there on his own was
Free bomb.
well, it's definitely
Townie muscles,
definitely.
mate. Let's go.
Yeah,
Bam, bam, bam,
man.
bam. Yeah.
We'll flex it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big shout though. He could have held out. He could have shot some more players without the experience would have shot a lot earlier then, right? When we saw those 2 players in the
100%.
compound, and he might have then it been a different situation. Lined up, mate. He got one. He then got the second one. He tucked back in to do the reload. Lo and behold, the last MVP player just comes running up to him, and then he just gets to tuck him away as well. So
Definitely.
big GG's there.
Definitely.
First off, though, right before we even go into the games, PUBG, come on, like, what is going on with this? Like, we are how many seasons down? Like, and we're still crashing with a brand new Xbox, and then we're coming back to the and not that it takes like 2 minutes to get back into the game. What is that about? But 2 minutes is lagging after exit and come back in. Sort the game out, PUBG. Fix it before Call of Duty take over the esports scene like they are doing at the moment. Anyway, rant over. VE, good to see them up at the win. Yes, my lads. GG, GT storming away. ATR, storming game from ATR. Look at game one, right? ATR with that 2-2 split. They controlled that and played really well. The communication with ATR is just remarkable and great to watch. GT, it seems to be this sort of GT versus ATR thing going on. So really keen to see how that sort of unfolds in the tournaments. Really keen to watch the other host and tuning in and seeing how these big teams battle it out. Would have thought WC would have been a bit higher. I don't think it kind of flowed today, and a couple of other teams didn't really flow. OMG didn't flow. TR had such a hard day today as well. Those guys technically are really good, but just to really get it together. So is it going to be like this the whole tournament? I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it for me. We have the next event on Monday. Everything will be on Discord. If you're unsure, you want to get involved and you want to get involved in SSL, drop me a message. I will drop you the SSL Discord link. Get your team signed up and ready for Season 7. We have just kicked off Season 6. I have been Mark, aka Elite Esports, and co-hosted with M4 Sawtooth. It's been a pleasure. Any closing words from you, M4?
No, guys, as I said, really enjoyed the stream tonight. The games will obviously be back on Monday, so yeah, we'll see who else is gonna try and fight GT and ATR here.
Well, look, GT picked up 20 quid today, ATR with an extra tenner, VE with a tenner, excluding total pots. So, woof, spicy. Anyway, let's get some tunes on. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Doesn't cost anything on YouTube, hence why I moved over here. So hit that subscribe button. I will be hosting as many of these as I physically can. I appreciate it being invited to come host as well. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.
See you later, guys.